Wonder Bro. I've had several people on the channel ask me to do another agoraphobia video. The last time I made an agoraphobia video, it was right around the time that this channel started, so it's been quite a while. I will gladly do another agoraphobia video for you guys. I know that is a very difficult part of this illness, anxiety. It's very debilitating, it's very lonely, and it's very stressful. So I will gladly try to help you overcome that. Now, first thing you need to do, and this really helped me, first thing you need to do is think about it. You're probably like, what the fuck? That's all I do is think about it. No, you need to think about it the right way. You need to break it down in your mind. Are you really agoraphobic? Or do you just have panic disorder, anxiety disorder? I can tell you that you just have anxiety disorder or panic disorder. Agoraphobia. What do I mean by all of this? What do I mean by you just have anxiety, panic disorder, and you don't really have agoraphobia? Agoraphobia to me is a stupid fucking term, and I'll tell you why. Because when you're out there in the world, away from your safe zone that you've made around yourself, your home, when you're out there, you get anxious, right? You get anxious because you're away from home. Why? Why are you getting anxious? Is it because something out there, you're afraid something out there is going to hurt you? You're afraid the trees are going to fall down on top of you? Are you afraid that you're going to be going down the road and the road is just going to split in two and the car is just going to dash off the fucking edge of the road? And I don't know where I'm going with this, but I think you get my point. You're not actually afraid of anything out there. You know it's unrealistic. You know that nothing out there is trying to hurt you. You know that. It's not that you're afraid of what's out there. You're afraid of you. You're afraid of yourself. You are afraid of having a panic attack. You are afraid of having mounting anxiety while being away from your home. That's what you're really afraid of. Once I realized this, a light bulb went off in my head. I'm like, holy shit. Okay. So if I'm just afraid of having panic, if I'm just afraid of having anxiety, and that's why I became agoraphobic, what does that mean? That means I can remove that label from myself. I no longer have to call myself agoraphobic. It's not a totally different illness that you have to tackle. It's not like you have to tackle anxiety and then you have to tackle your agoraphobia. Getting tongue-tied. No, that just complicates things. And that's the last thing you need. That just complicates things. So first thing first, think about it. Think about it. You're really just afraid of anxiety and panic, so go ahead and remove the label of agoraphobia. Toss it out. It doesn't serve you anymore. It doesn't serve you. Get rid of it. Boom, gone. So since that label is now gone, you now know that you just have a case of anxiety, a case of panic. So now what? What's the next step? What's the next step here? The next step is to tackle that. It is to tackle the fear of anxiety and panic, because that's what you're really afraid of. You're not afraid of the trees falling down or the road cracking in two or a fucking tornado just dropping out of the sky on top of your fucking car. You're not afraid of any of that bullshit. You are afraid of anxiety and panic. So now you need to tackle that. Once you have learned to master being able to accept the anxiety, let it in, and just accept it. Once you have learned to master that, because it's you giving you this anxiety, it's all the thoughts, it's all the freaking out that gives you more anxiety. Because you're freaking out, your body wants to protect you, so it's going to give you more. You're doing this. You've got yourself in this cycle. So once you learn to master just leaning back and accepting the anxiety for what it is, it sucks, doesn't feel good, it's not comfortable, I don't like it. Hate it, but I accept it. I accept it and I'm not going to run from it anymore. I'm going to look it right in the eye. I'm going to be the hunter. I'm not going to be the hunted anymore. Once you have learned to do that, you practice this and it gets easier. This method becomes easier, and this is the method I've been preaching since day one because it's what works. And you can take that from me, trust me. You got to get the hang of that. And it's not going to happen overnight. It took me months, maybe even up to a year actually to master this sort of approach, but it got easier and easier and easier. And here's the cool part. Once you get that down, once you're no longer afraid of the panic reaction or the anxiety reaction, which is what all this is about, once you've accomplished that and you're no longer afraid and you can kind of accept it, then you're golden. You're golden. Forget agoraphobia. You're golden. You can go to Times Square. You can go to fucking Egypt. Okay? If you master this being able to loosen and accept and say, bring it on, if you master this, you can go to fucking Zimbabwe. It doesn't matter. You take your cure with you. You take it right with you. As Dr. Claire Weeks said, you take your cure with you. I'm not the only one who preaches this, okay? A fucking doctor, she preaches this. Alright, I give it to you more straight up and in your face, okay? A little bit more on your level. But it's the same concept. I'm not the only one saying this. Agoraphobia is just a label. Take it, crumble it up, throw it out the fucking window. You don't need it. What you really are is afraid of anxiety and panic. I'll say it again. You're not agoraphobic, you are afraid of anxiety and panic. So get rid of the useless label. Start working on mastering this method. And you can watch some of my other videos to figure out how this method works. I'm sure you already have. But you need to work on that. That's what you need to work on. That's how to get rid of your agoraphobia. Because you can take this method and you can use it while you're out there. But think about it. That's what I want you to do. After this video goes off, I want you to think about it. What are you really afraid of when it comes to being outside? Is there anything out there you're really afraid of? No. No. You're afraid of you. You're afraid of the anxiety and panic. That's why the method I preach not only will get rid of your anxiety and panic attacks in the house, it'll get rid of them outside the house. It'll get rid of them wherever the fuck you go. Get rid of the label. Master the technique, watch the videos, keep trying, keep pushing forward. Fuck agoraphobia. You're gonna make it. I got you. Stay awesome. I hope this video helped you guys. Click on the left video if you want to watch me rant about tattoos. It's actually pretty funny. Or click on the right video if you want advice on how to handle people leaving your life over your anxiety and depression.